The life you keep postponing. There are days when nothing dramatic happens. No arguments, no disasters, no major news. You wake up, you scroll, you check the time, you move, and everything works. But beneath the surface, like a quiet current under still water, there's something else. A subtle disconnection. You're functioning, but you're not inhabiting your life. It's not sadness. It's not crisis. It's something more delicate. A quiet sentence that appears in the background of your mind. I'm not really living. And here's what makes it harder. Nothing is wrong, which means you can't even justify the feeling. You tell yourself, I should be grateful. Other people have it worse. This is just adulthood. So you keep going. But deep down, there's something you're postponing. A conversation, a version of yourself, a decision, a direction. Less clear it becomes. You don't even know what you're postponing anymore. You just know you're waiting. If this resonates even slightly, take 1 second right now. Breathe in, hold, exhale slowly. And if you already feel understood, press like. Not for the algorithm, for yourself. It's a small way of saying, I'm here, I'm listening. Most people are not unhappy. They are suspended. They live in a psychological waiting room. Waiting to have more time, feel more confident, finish this phase, be less tired, finally feel ready. There's always a condition. Life becomes conditional. I'll start when. But here's the hidden truth. Waiting feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels safe. You convince yourself you're preparing, but sometimes preparation becomes a permanent state. You research, plan, you imagine, you optimize. But you don't step. And stepping is where life begins. Maybe you're postponing, starting the channel, changing jobs, expressing how you feel, setting boundaries, choosing yourself. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much. You want it to be perfect. You want it to be certain. Real life is none of those things. Real life is slightly messy and emotionally exposed. And if you've ever felt like you're almost about to start living, comment the word almost. I read them. And sometimes seeing that word repeated reminds us how many people are quietly waiting. Postponing is intelligent. It's protective. Your nervous system prefers familiar discomfort over unfamiliar possibility. You don't postpone because you're lazy. You postpone because you're trying not to fail publicly, realize you're not as talented as you hoped, discover the dream isn't as magical as you imagined, or disappoint the version of yourself you built in your head. There's also something deeper, control. When you postpone, the dream stays intact. Untested dreams are perfect. Untouched possibilities are pure. The moment you act, reality enters, and reality has edges. You might discover it's harder than you thought. You need skills you don't yet have. You feel vulnerable. So your brain whispers, not yet. And that whisper sounds reasonable. It doesn't shout. It doesn't sabotage loudly. It simply delays. Delay becomes weeks. Become years. And you still call it timing. Let's pause here. If this is hitting somewhere real, subscribe. Because this channel isn't about productivity hacks. It's about psychological honesty. And that kind of honesty takes repetition. There's something even more subtle. Sometimes you postpone because living differently would change your identity. And identity is heavy. If you start, you're no longer the one who could have. You're the one who tries. The one who risks. The one who might fail. If you speak up, you're no longer easygoing. You're someone with needs. If you choose differently, you're no longer predictable. And predictability feels safe to others. Sometimes we postpone to remain acceptable. We stay smaller because being visible threatens belonging. Ask yourself gently, If I stopped postponing, who would I become? And would that version disturb someone's comfort? Postponing doesn't explode your life. It erodes it. Quietly. You don't lose everything. You lose one honest conversation, one brave email, one attempt, one expression of truth. Per day, it's small. But repetition builds a pattern, and patterns build identity. One day you look back and think, when did I become this passive? But you didn't collapse. You adapted. You survived by shrinking. And survival is noble. But it's not the same as living. Take a moment here. Put your phone down for 10 seconds. Let silence exist. Because this is the cost we rarely feel. Silence filled with postponed desire. If you're still here after this long reflection, write "still here" in the comments. Not for me, for you. Presence is already an act of not postponing. When I have more time, time expands to fill avoidance. When I feel confident, confidence is often built after action, not before. When things calm down, life rotates problems. There is no empty season. When is elegant. It sounds strategic, but it has no calendar. It's a promise without a date, and promises without dates dissolve. The right moment is rarely comfortable. It's usually slightly inconvenient, slightly awkward, slightly uncertain. Life doesn't begin when readiness appears. It begins when you move despite the absence of it. You don't need a dramatic reinvention. You don't need to burn everything down. The life you postpone isn't cinematic. It's ordinary. It's sending the message, booking the appointment, saying, "That hurt me," trying once. It's tiny but honest. Courage sounds loud. Presence is quiet. Presence says, "I'm here, even if I'm afraid." That's enough. Choose one small thing, not 5, not a transformation, one. And do it within 48 hours, not perfectly, just intentionally. Sit with this. What am I postponing? Not because I can't do it, but because I'm afraid of feeling alive while doing it. Don't rush the answer. Let it disturb you gently. Let it follow you into tomorrow. A sincere question reshapes identity slowly. Maybe you don't need to add more to your life. Maybe you need to subtract postponement. Not everything, just one thing. Small, specific, yours, today. If this conversation felt like it was speaking directly to you, subscribe. This space is for people who are tired of waiting for permission. Share this video with someone who keeps saying soon. And before you leave, pause. Breathe in, hold, exhale. The life you keep postponing is not asking for perfection, it's asking for participation.